Can you speak about the difficulties and overcoming the difficulties of raising black boys in the 21st century America?
Yeah. Look, some of this, I'm going to use a word that people don't like. Some of this is luck. A lot of this doesn't have to do with how much time you spend or how much you pour into them. Some things are just luck. I mean, you have to be fortunate to have children that are relatively healthy. You have to have children who are, for whatever reason, really honor who you are as a parent, as a father. You have to learn from the mistakes that your father made or grandparents made or the moms that you had. You have to be very self-forgiving because you make a lot of mistakes with parenting, especially young black boys. You have to be willing to also to ask for forgiveness when you've done things that are wrong. But there, at the end of the day, I think there are certain things that you need to do that can't be avoided. Number one, you have to be present. You can't, and when I mean present, I don't mean you need to be around them 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. But when you're there, you need to be there.
Quality time.
You need to be there. And by quality, again, I don't mean duration. I mean, if I'm here 5 minutes, I'm 5 minutes, you're going to know I'm here for 5 minutes. And I'm not talking about face-to-face interaction, but they know your presence. They know your voice. They know when you're playing. They know when you're serious. They know that you care. And going back to something that we talked about earlier, and this is something that I think my children have the advantage of, thankfully, and I worked very hard on this, that you can be trusted. That if you're going to do something, you're going to do it. I think that's very good. Now, again, luck plays a role because I think the quality of your marriage has a big role to play in it. If you are married, I think also your own sense of self-worth has an effect on your children's sense of self-worth. If you're insecure, if you feel like you haven't accomplished anything, if your own life is very unstable, you will pass that on to your children in a lot of ways. How you model your life on a daily basis, again, is something that your children emulate, because I think there's something that I noticed in my first son that he still does to this day. I think I want to get your thoughts on this maybe when the interview is over. That I'm talking young, like a month old, very long. The stare that they sit and watch everything that you do. Your gestures, your tone, they look at you nonstop, and it's not going to stop, right? And they're taking all this in, and they're kind of patterning their own behaviors, their own way that they interact with the world, how you talk to other people, right? Now, I'm not talking about your spouse now, but why you go to the store, how do you talk to the person who's working at the register? Or they see you in a difficult situation, right? Are you going to snap and get loud? I mean, how do you handle that? Sometimes you need to, right? When do you assert yourself? When do you step back and say, I can let this thing go? All these things that they're watching, all these things they're modeling after. And also something that you mentioned earlier, I think that's very important. How to complete a task, how to work hard. There's a time for that where I have to sit down, get something done. There's a time where I can be enjoy some leisure and be laid back. All these things I think are very important. But again, that's the presence that I'm talking about. I think that is something that a lot of young black men are fortunate enough to have. And again, I could sit here and think like I worked hard at it and all. Luck played a great role in a lot of these things too. But the benefits of it.
You think luck is the word? I don't know if luck.
I don't know, but because I don't want to say because I've been blessed or because I just worked hard. There's a lot of people that work hard and they still hit against that wall all the time and don't know how to overcome it.
But it's like, I don't know, it's like how you quantify, I guess, success or things working out. That's the thing, is just like,
okay, so can I just clarify some terms? Okay, I don't want to mix success with trying to be excellent or doing something well, because I mean there are a lot of people we know that make a lot of money successful, but they're incompetent in a lot of ways. But I'm just thinking about being proficient, doing something well, completing a task, having a reputation for doing something well, because again, you can try to build yourself as much as you can up in your own home, but if your name is not thought of well outside the home, that's a problem too.